Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the next exciting episode of Minecraft, the quest for all biomes. And there's a giant hole in the ground here that I've never noticed before. Anyway guys, off in the distance you can see our city. Look how nice it's looking. Yep. That's from our end portal over there. So if we come on over this way, you'll see all the work that I have been busy doing off screen. And the reason why I do a lot of this work off screen is I still quite haven't mastered the building and talking mentality that you need. So I tend to just talk about what I'm building instead of talking about things in general, which is a bit problematic when you are trying to run a YouTube video. So as you can see over here, we've got our city at the top, and over here in front of us, we have the start of the normal city. And I have built a giant wall around it. Well, no, that is wrong. I haven't built a giant wall around it. I've built a small wall around it. And basically the reason behind this is that you know how in deserts sand dunes collect and whatnot? The sand has actually covered this wall, and this wall goes down far below here. That's the excuse. And the city's actually been built over the old city. Like the old city that this wall was built from is underneath this current city. So that, like I said, during the war and whatnot, this wall was much more intimidating because it was much higher. But now from all the sand blowing in and whatnot, it's covered it up to here, and this old city's been built on top of the sand. So yeah, that's my story. And I haven't left myself away in. I usually just fly into the city, I don't walk in. So, but anyway, as we walk into the city here, you can see the wall from the other side over here. What I've done is I've made it so that you can actually walk on the wall over here. Get a nice view, and I must stop saying over here all the time. It does get a bit irritating. So if we come around, you can see the marketplace. Yes, guys, the marketplace we were working on in the last episode is now fully complete. Free eggs, take as many as you want. So yes, you can see what I've done over here is I've offered the trades that the villagers offer in the little windows up above. This guy's not the best example of that because he doesn't sell chicken, but there are chickens here, so I just put that there. But generally what I've done is, like for this guy, he sells experience bottles, redstone, and lapis. So you can easily see what they all trade for. So it's very easy. So this is what my solution to the problem of what was I going to make them sell going to be. Just whatever they have on them. It was that simple. Oftentimes the simplest things are the best things. So if you look over here, we've got our cartographer. And you can see from the map, which he is currently covering, unfortunately. Thank you for moving out of the way, good sir. This is where our woodland temple would be, somewhere in this area over here, up in that corner. So yeah, if any of you guys can match that terrain to where it actually is, you can see our little white dot is all... I don't have the white... we can't see the white dot, sorry about that. But the woodland temple is down there, actually, not up there. So yeah, and there are a lot of iron golems walking around, because there's just so many villagers around here. We got the saddle selling guy over here. This guy is so important to me. He sells mending books. Yep, mending books. This is where I was coming to get all my tools previously. Well, not get my tools, but get them souped up with the mending enchantment. As you can see, we have mending on absolutely everything, which is super nice. And if you come around this way, you can see the more work that we've been doing on the city around here. I haven't finished this, but we've got a gate over here. Basically that can slide down and cover this area so that the poorer people can't get into the rich area. Generally there would be 2 guards posted over here just to make sure, maintain law and order and whatnot. And you get a little glimpse of something over there. And also there's bars on these windows. What's going on over here? Well guys, if we take a turn over towards this direction, you'll see that I've built like a squatter camp basically over here. Like a very, very poor area. So... and this is like a broken down house. I'm going to build more of these like this, leading down this way. More of these like same house designs, but much more broken down and much more run down than how they were. And the reason why I've done this is because I wanted this area to be much more of like, this is where the ultra poor people live, and this is a very shady area, like this black market and whatnot. And actually, if you come along here, you'll see that there's actually this underground natural caving system over here. And I'm going to put people, I've just attracted that creeper's attention. I'm going to put people down in the caves below there selling goods as well. And that's going to be like a black market area for these poorer people. And for their houses, they don't have doors. They actually just have these banners. And the whole idea behind these banners is, in this culture, it's not accepted that you're a person unless you have one of these banners. So even as poor as these people are, every cent they have goes into owning one of these banners. It's like a mark of pride for them that no matter what they're facing, they can still be considered as people because they have these banners. So if we come around here then, you can see that these windows aren't barred, even though they're so close. So I might have to change that. But these windows certainly are barred because these people are a bit wary of the squatters that are over in that direction over there. If we come up to the richer area over here, you can see how nice and expansive the city's looking now. Having the wall around it really gives it a more complete feel as compared to having no wall. I mean, it gives a definite ending to the city, which it didn't have before, and I think it really benefits from having a whole lot. So if we come over here then, what I want to do is I want to start breaking. I've built this wall, but what I want to do is start like tearing into it, like knocking bits out of it, like it's just randomly. And the reason why I want to do this is because this is by that area. So the idea is that this is where people have been coming illicitly into the city. So the idea when you want something to look run down is just build it fully and then tear it up, because that will give it a much better appearance. And what you want to try and do is crack V shapes into it, like natural cave-ins into the surface of the thing that you're building. So if we do that, and then we come along here, you can see now that the wall looks a lot more crumbled. But the torches that are floating in the air are ruining the look a bit. So we just want to get this out and knock these down over here, like so. And then I think what we should do as well is just fill that in like that. Alrighty, I think this is looking quite good. This is also an unsupported block. We don't want to have any of those because they generally wouldn't be floating. That's not a thing that really happens. In Minecraft, yes, but not in normal life. Okay, so let's just break out of here and come around and have a look from here. And as you can see, it's given a nice rundown look over here. Very, very nice indeed. And I'm happy with that block floating a bit because it's being supported by those two. So that makes a bit of sense. Yeah. And I think what I want to do actually is make it so that we can take our shovel, dig out some of these blocks like that, and place some of these so it's actually like going down into the wall like that. And we'll be coming back here in the morning, so I'll leave that stuff there for now, but we need to get some sleep because we're going to be out in the open for a little bit now, and that is not ideal in the nighttime. So let's quickly go as fast as we can towards the bed that I have in this area before too many monsters spawn. Also gives you a nice little walkthrough of the city as I do so, and give you more of an idea of where everything is. There's a cow wandering around. There's also one of those guys, which is not good. Okay, let's sleep. And there we go. It is morning. And you, sir, are going to get shot across the map. Because I don't currently have my sword on me, and this is the only weapon I have. There we go. And yes, nobody's yet said anything about what should be built over here, so I'm still waiting on that. If not, I'll make my own decisions up about that if I don't hear soon. So let's come around this way. And you'll see what has been taking up the majority of my time in this whole endeavor. And it's not dealing with monsters, although that certainly helps. What's been taking up the majority of my time, if we come this way... Oh, I didn't mean to fall in there. Accidentally fall into the black market area, why don't you? And no guys, it's not going to be super obvious. It's going to be deep down into the caves there, so don't worry about that. If we come through here... Get my stuff quickly. Thank you. If that had touched the cactus, that would have been bad. I don't know if it like just destroys the inventory. But anyway, I need to open up a space in the gate here too. Okay. So, as you can see over here, we have a whole different type of roading over here. what I've done is I've started to bring out path blocks, because this area is much more run down than the area inside the gates. And if you come around here, it changes almost completely to path blocks over here. And we have our giant wheat fields. These wheat fields are a nightmare. Oh my word. The next place are not going to be farmers. They are going to be cattle herders or something. Because, oh my gosh, building this many wheat fields takes so long. It is such a mission. But, yo, look at this. It gives a nice effect though. It stretches all the way to the bridges over there. I've still got a whole bunch more to do. I have to make sure that it fits with the terrain and whatnot. Coming down into here. Needed to do a bit of terraforming just to make things make sense. And it's going to wind off over here. So, yep, a bit of lazy terraforming over here. They're just covering up this area. But I think it's looking quite nice, from the top at least. And over here is what's going to be our farmhouse. Now, the farmhouse is going to be probably 2 or 3 buildings that are going to be along here. I've marked out the boundaries for them over here. So we've got the first building over here, second building over here, third building over there, and we're probably going to have a fountain or something in the middle. And then we're going to have a grain silo over here. That's going to basically be for storing all of this wheat that is in these fields. So it gives a nice effect to the whole area, more legitimizing things. So what I want to do for now is start laying out the basics of how these farmhouses are going to be structured. So if we come through like this, this can be the first wing of the buildings here, or the first of the buildings, not a wing, because it's not all one building, not one building, it's several buildings. Sorry, for some reason my mouth just decided to give up at that point. So if we come over here then and do this, put some more sandstone down. Whoop, not on top of the wheat, thank you. And then this way. And yes, I am making them very just rectangular, and the reason for that is because I'm going to embellish them afterwards. I just want to have a strong shape to start with. Generally, that's not advisable. You want to have random shapes because it gives interest to your buildings. Like our buildings up there are based on random shapes, not so much on rectangular shapes like these ones will be. But for a farmhouse, I think a more basic shape is called for. So there we go. Actually, I don't like that. I want this to be forward one more along the whole thing like this. And you. Thank you. Come on. This pick sometimes is just too good. It like breaks more blocks than you want it to break. There we go. So that gives a start to things. Let's get our chest down here. Here we go. Here's our sand chest. Let's get our wood chest out. Where is it? I haven't learnt the colors yet, but after I learnt the colors, it will be very easy to find things. Don't I have a wood chest? I was sure I had wood in a chest somewhere. Anyway, here's our sand. Sandstone is over here. I was hoping to make like fancy slabs and stuff like that, but they will have to wait for now. So let's start working on the silo then for now. Let's try and find a nice height for it. Let's just do this front facing wall of it for now. And yes, we're going for sandstone. For the main structures, we're going to be reinforcing them with acacia logs, which isn't something that we've really seen except in the richer houses. But the reason why I want to use it in the farmhouse is basically this farmer is producing, or these three groups of farmers, I should say, is producing all the food for the area. So I think they would be pretty wealthy. You know, they don't have the nicest path out to their place because it links directly to the poor area over there. But I think they would be plenty wealthy enough to afford proper supports. And especially when you're dealing with a tall building like a silo like this, you need proper strength support. So let's see this. How's this? Almost level with the plateaus, hey? I'm not too sure if that's going to work. Let's do this. Come over here quickly. Yeah, actually that doesn't look too bad. If we round it out and then hollow it, yeah. I think that will actually look quite nice at that height. So for a change, we did a good height from the start. Let's come over to the bridge over here and just give a look and see from the side there if that height looks decent from a distance or not. And yes, I still need to connect the bridge's path up to the main city's path. Haven't quite done that yet. So yeah, I think that looks quite nice. And if we make the house look a lot better. Also, another thing that I need to start working on is this side of the city. That's something that I definitely need to work on still. Eat some fish. And place an iron bar for no reason. Oh, and by the way, as you can probably guess from the humming and hawing, I've incorporated villagers up here now, which is working very nicely. They hardly ever get hurt. Any wood in this chest? Nope, this is just a chest that's lying around. Let's pick it up, shall we? Yeah, so I've included villagers in this area. I've also put lighting under the carpets over here, just so that hopefully nothing will spawn and take them out. So far it's been working great. The villagers seem to really like it up here. Whenever I come up here, they're out and about or in their homes, which is precisely what I want, because I want to give it the feel of a living town or living village, which really wasn't working too well otherwise without them here. Felt a bit dead, if you know what I mean. Down below we still have some zombie troubles just because the whole area isn't lit up yet, but at least we got these up here that we can bring down there, some of them, if necessity dictates. Alrighty, so now we're down here again, and we can carry on. Over here, working on getting the silo going. Now the silo is going to be a very basic shape, not that like the clock tower, because basically it's not for show. It's just there to store wheat. Let's actually have a look at see if we include this chiseled sandstone in here like this. Like so. How this looks from down below. Get some sand over here. Yeah, I like that. I think we'll be including the chiseled sandstone every now and then in a few rows. Maybe every third row or so we'll put chiseled, or every fourth row maybe, just because we don't want to overdo it. Just for a bit of variance in texture. Also, for these houses, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be using a acacia wood for the borders, like we did for the rich homes. But also we're going to be incorporating a fountain in the center here, and that fountain's going to be made out of stone. And we're going to link up this water, not from there, from here, underneath these stairs around here, around the back and into the fountain, and then around the back of the silo, just to, you know, give it a general flow out. And then the water's going to flow into the cave in the back over there. That's my hope for what's going to be happening. At least we're going to have to see if I get it right. But anyway, guys, that's going to have to wait for the end of the video when we do our thing, which is coming up very soon now, when we do our time lapse. Oh my word, words are not happening tonight. Oh my word. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. And yeah, there's something special that's going to be happening in the next few weeks, beginning of next month roundabout. I won't say anything more than that, but just prepare yourselves. It's something I'm very, very, very excited for. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. As always, my name is Athais. Good night, and God bless. Bye!